Hey guys, how you doing today? I wanted to show you my Raphidiphiora Tetrasperma plants. You can see this one. It's pretty tall. Not really tall, especially not considering how long I've had it. But I'm going to tell you guys and show you what I'm going to be doing with that one today. But this here is a cutting off of this plant. So what I want to do after I cut this down, look at this root. The cup's all broke, it's shattering. So I'm going to plant this one into this plant, but I'm also going to take propagations from this. Now this was originally sold to me a couple years ago. I don't have a tag in it, so I'm not sure, but I know I've had it at least a couple of years. And this was supposed to be a tissue culture. I don't know for sure, but that was just what I was told. And then this is a cutting. I got three cuttings that I bought off of on Mercari, I believe, or it might have been Etsy, I don't really remember now. And these are supposed to be the original plant. So, and you can kind of see, I mean, when you compare the two, let me move my camera up just a hair here. Now, I don't know. I've heard and read that the tissue culture leaves are supposed to be smaller, where the regular plant is bigger. You can kind of see, I don't know. I don't really know. I just know I've had this plant for a long time. It's in good light. It's being fed regularly and taken care of, and for 2 years of a plant, it just isn't doing nothing. So I'm going, you can see right here, this is where I took this cut from, and it's grown out this new stalk and looks, I don't know, pretty okay, I guess. But that I'm going to leave on there. I want to cut the top, is what I want to trim back. And I'll probably go ahead, well, I don't know, I might leave that trellis in for now. I want to get her a moss pole to grow up. But I think I'm going to wait for that until I get all the cuttings that I'm going to cut off today rooted out and put back into the pot. And then I'll put a moss pole in her, because then I think also she'll go into a bigger pot. But you can see how the top of this is wonky. It may have been another cutting, because I did give one cutting away. But what I want to do is, there's a node right here and a node down here. I'm going to cut it here. Make that be our cutting. And then I'm also going to cut all this bare stuff. I'm going to cut this. This is dead. Little piece of dead stuff. But I'm also going to cut down each one of these nodes and propagate those also. Because that one has 2 nodes on it. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to wait to add those 2 plants. Right now I'm going to get these in to perlite. I'm going to go ahead and do the perlite propagation. I really like this method. It works well for me. And I know I probably do it a little bit differently than some people. I know some people just wet the perlite. I fill mine all the way up with water. This seems to work better. You don't have to cover it. There's a little bit of humidity going to the plant, with a higher water level on it. That, and it's easier to pull the plants in and out. My friend Chris from Chris's Garden Piles channel, she told me about that. She's like, fill it full of water, it works really good. Propagates quick, and it's easier to pull the cuttings in and out. Won't break the roots and stuff so much. And keep filling that up. The perlite's kind of soaking it up. Oh, I have 2 cups in there. But I think also what I'm going to do, just because for double safety here, I am going to use my rooting hormone. I just use whatever rooting hormone I have. Whatever usually Walmart has is what I buy. Garden Safe is mine. And then I'm just going to go ahead and cover that node. And it'll be in the water. And then I'll kind of stick this one at the edge since she's hanging over. And then the other one, I'll do the same. Trying to put her like that down in there. And then each one of these bare nodes, I'm just gonna dip them down in, stick each one down in there. And there we go. That is easy enough. But the reason I kind of done that too is when I unpot this plant, some of the reason could be a crappy root system. Maybe it needs to have stronger roots. I don't know. I'm looking at this one potted in here, and it's got roots, but it don't look like a lot, and they're very fine. So that could be, I don't know. We'll see when I unpot it what the roots look like. Right now I'm going to move this. So there's all the propagation. And then I'm going to move also this plant. Okay, I got these all ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and dump the soil out of this here one first. This one was out, this was a cutting that was out on my front porch all summer. And she looks like she's got a really good root system. I don't see any rotting or anything like that. So this plant is doing good. Just taking off some of the dead sheathing off of here. I like to keep my plants clean, so there is a bug issue. They're not hiding. Okay, let's take this out. And I'm going to dump this one out. I watered both these plants yesterday or the day before. So let's see, look at that. These roots are not in that great a shape, and I don't know, I must have propagated this plant. I don't remember doing it, but it sure looks like that's what I did to me. And look at that. that root system. I mean, they're okay, but they're not the kind of root system that I thought there was, by any means. That was a good, pretty good root. And that one's got pretty good roots too. So I think actually, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just put it back in the same pot. Let's see if I got a little bit smaller one. Okay, got my pot all washed out. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a little more perlite to this plant. And even though I just watered these plants, but I want to give them a little more breathing room. And I'm going to plant them lower in my pot. Let's see, I'm going to stick this on so I have a guide. Oops, my plant fell over. Plant her though like that. And then I will go ahead and twist tie her up. Let's see. I think I'll put these two on either side like that. Then I can still lift this up a little bit, which I'm going to lift it up a little bit more. Get some more soil in here. There, that looks pretty good. Now I'll get this one in. And like I said, I'll pot that a little low. That way they're not getting so much water. Then we got one more little guy. I'll push her in right here. And then maybe by the time my other cuttings root out and... Oh, my back is killing me from leaning over so far. But maybe by the time the other guys root out good, I can repot it either back into this pot and move my soil level up a little, or I can just go ahead and maybe put it in a bigger pot. Get that tied up a little more securely. These are still pretty good. Just going to tighten this up a hair. I'm just using old bread wrappers. Whoops. That one come completely out. So hopefully my goal is that my cuttings will grow a little better and the leaves may get a little bit bigger. I'm also going to move where I had her and see if she likes her spot better. You know, maybe I'm just not giving this plant quite enough light, but we will see. I will keep you guys updated on the cuttings, and we will hopefully be repotting this whole thing again here in a couple of months when she's grown up and looking pretty. Fingers crossed. But you guys let me know if you have issues with your Raphidiphiora Tetrasperma, or if it grows pretty good, and if so, what are you doing for this plant that it's growing so well? So, alright guys, I will talk to you later. I'm going to water this in just a little bit. I'm not going to drench the whole pot today, because I just watered her yesterday or the day before. So she's got nice moisture levels up into her roots and up into her plants. But I'm just going to give her a tiny little bit in her new soil, and we'll call that good. So, alright guys, I will talk to you later. Bye. Peace. Okay guys, and here we are a couple months later, and I am going to check these. Oh, the roots on that one look really good. I'm going to lay her right there. See this one. Oh my. Wow. Okay, sorry, my camera went dead. This was the first cutting. Roots. And then I pulled this one out, and I think is where it went dead. This is... Look at those babies. Those are some nice roots. I'll have to bury the whole stem like this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this, and then I am just going to, and in case I didn't say, this is like 2 months later. This cutting rotted out. I'm going to pull it out. It's got this one little itty bitty piece on it, so I'm going to keep her out. There's no roots on it. I'll put it in. That one just lost a leaf. And then this one's got a yellow leaf on it. It's doing okay. So the smaller one, I think what I'm going to do is put it right here in the middle. I'm just going to kind of, I need my towel. I'm going to move my camera in here just a little bit so you guys can see. There we go. I'm just going to... Oh, and by the way, the other little pieces that I had in there rotted. So I'm just going to make a slight shallow hole and then stick this one down in here. Cover that up like that. Get that moved out of the way there. And then for this one, ooh, since it's so deep, I am just going to try to dig out some of the soil here. I hope I don't try to be careful that I'm not hitting other roots. Alright, let's see if that's deep enough. I was hoping to lay it like this, but the roots all kind of grew on top instead of on the other side, so that kind of ruined my... This is turning yellow and rotting, or starting to rot, so I am just going to cut it. And see, I cut it above the yellow. And then I am just going to carefully stick stick this down here. Like that. And then I will replace my soil. Maybe it can go in better if I use my, there we go. There. That's all it's going to be to that. And then I will go ahead and I'm just tapping off a little more soil here. And then I will go ahead and water in a little bit. And then hopefully you see this plant grow a little bit better for me. I did move her into a little bit brighter light, so far she's doing a little bit better, but we'll see. So, alright guys, that is it. I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye. Peace.